How can New York City become a zero-waste city? In fact, is it possible to transform America into a zero-waste country? The average American throws away 4.5 pounds of trash a day. That's almost 1,650 pounds per year. In Japan, the average Japanese citizen generates about 2.3 pounds of trash per day, around 875 pounds per year. That's only about half of what Americans create every year. Japan is very serious about its recycling. In 2010, Japan recycled 77% of its plastic. In 2010, the United States recycled 20% of its plastic. Here's a picture of my dorm room in Nagoya, Japan. In every apartment, there are bins for sorting your trash. Plastic, paper, glass, PET bottles, and burnables. Japan is an extremely small country. They don't have space for landfills. They have to address their waste issues because they don't have a choice. But in the US, because we're so large, we don't actually see how much we're dumping into landfills. In Japan, they incinerate most of their trash. Another huge underlying issue is the American mindset. We have grown up with custodians cleaning our schools and workplaces. We don't care if we make a mess because someone else will clean it up. In Japan, all students from grade school through high school clean their classrooms. The kids take turns serving lunch in the cafeteria, cleaning hallways, and scrubbing down the restrooms. They take these lessons with them into adulthood to always clean up after themselves. Currently, the One New York City plan is tackling New York City's waste problem in multiple ways. By 2030, One New York City plans to send zero waste to landfills. One way they plan to do that is through single-stream recycling. Currently, we separate all of our garbage, but with single-stream recycling that won't be necessary. This is to encourage people to recycle more. Another way is through Zero Waste Schools. Launched in 2016, Zero Waste Schools is a collaborative pilot program dedicated to creating a culture of recycling and sustainability throughout the school system and identifying best practices that can be expanded citywide. More than 25,000 students and 6,000 teachers, administrators, kitchen and custodial staff have been educated through the Zero Waste Schools program. The city plans to expand each year until all public schools are included in the program. Scientists and decision makers have also thought of using the process waste to energy in order to solve America's landfill problem. Waste to energy is a process that recaptures energy by incinerating garbage and using the heat to generate electricity and the resulting ash byproduct used in construction projects such as roads. Producing less garbage and recycling more leads to waste being in less landfills. Less garbage in general can make New York City become more like Tokyo, an extremely clean city with subways and streets without litter. It will be a cleaner and healthier environment for everyone. If you notice, New York City has trash cans everywhere. Usually they are overflowing with garbage on the floor. One would think more trash cans can keep a place cleaner, but it's actually the opposite. In Japan, trash cans are incredibly hard to find. It's almost a wonderful miracle if you can find one. Less trash cans forces people to carry their waste with them and to think carefully about where it needs to go. Once again, Japan has very little space, which forces them to not have landfills. The less space available to put trash, such as trash cans, the better. So what can you do as an individual to contribute your part? First off, the number one rule is caring. Care about the environment. The earth is everyone's home. Care enough to not throw your trash on the floor or on the ground wherever you are. If everyone stopped leaving their food or newspapers on the subway, the trains would be a lot cleaner. You can also take your recyclables with you if you can't find a recycling can. Don't just throw it out in a normal trash can because you don't feel like carrying it anymore. Once again, it's this mindset we have that someone else will clean up after ourselves. But we need to change our habits so that we don't expect others to clean up our mess. Saving the earth and having a healthy environment for everyone is all about caring. In Japan, they seriously care about their environment and recycling, which is why it's so clean everywhere. As individuals, we need to care as well, and eventually New York City can become just as beautiful as Tokyo.